It's a rainy morning here in St. Louis.
The headquarters.
82 days until the election. And I understand that it's like 23 days to some of the early voting. It's like soon,
We
right?
started at 100 days.
We
We
started
thought
with
this is
100
a really
days.
significant time, and we needed to do something to deepen our inner response to, so we weren't just
That's all
watching
we
the
can
news
do.
happen on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of what this text is trying to help us do is
Yeah,
things can happen to you, but how do you become part of
there you go.
the solution? How do you become part of the story? I think that's so much of what our tradition is challenging us to do.
Right.
You know, it reminds me that many years ago, I was privileged to teach a class at Eden Seminary with Michael Kinnaman. Not Kinnaman, that's a different Michael, but Michael Kinnaman was a professor at Eden Seminary. And he and I taught this class together, Jewish Christian theology, how we were the same and how we were different. And one of the, so one day I came in with this teaching of how we are co-creators with God, and how it's up to us to be part of the story, not be spectators, as the Greeks kind of taught us to do, right? To kind of, there's a puppet master and we are the puppets, and there's predestination comes out, there's all kinds of things, like theologies that come out of that, but not in Judaism. In Judaism, we are expected to be, we write the story with God's help. But we write the story. We're co-creators with God. We are challenged to be drawn in to the story. And as I was teaching
To
that,
get off your rusty dusty.
that's right. And I was always teaching that, all the theology students in the room, the Christian theology students, and even Michael Kinnaman went, that's works righteousness. That's hubris. We don't believe that. We believe that we are at the mercy of God and everything is with God's help. And, to think that you have that kind of power to write the story, God's story, but it's co-creating is the key. Exactly. But even that was like too much. And it was actually, it was a really beautiful moment because we felt, I learned from him. I took away this notion of mercy that we don't often talk about. We don't often talk about mercies, but I know you do. You really do. But post-Holocaust, it was very difficult for us to talk about mercy.
We will only heal with mercy.
But mercy is really an important part. Grace, God's grace. We don't often talk about God's grace, right? In Judaism, that there's a balance. It's both. But so I learned about mercy, and they learned about, the basis of our social justice work, which is really believing that we have this obligation to walk humbly with God and be co-creators. So this text, so that's why one of the reasons we've done these series, and this one is 100 days until the election. We're on day 82 to the election.
Oh yeah.
And we just kind of reflect on the text that we're using. We chose two texts. One is Jim's Vigil book that he wrote after October 7th as a vigil, kind of help us go forward even in that awful.
We're in the vigil, that's for
sure. Yeah, we are still in the vigil. And then also Mesillat Yesharim, this wonderful text, Path of the Just by Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, which, based on a teaching in the Talmud, gives us a path to making sure that when we are co-creators with God, that we're doing it with our best selves, our holiest of selves, our most watchful and conscious of selves. You got something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to read a piece about mercy.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, because it's the balance. It's always a balance.
We heal with mercy.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. That's the name of this piece. We will grieve losses a long time, work the trauma history embedded in our stories, If we understand, we have to tell others what it's like to be us.
Mm.
And when other people understand us, we will understand others better. How history exhales. With every breath we inhale, we will be precise with mystery language. Treat each other with kindness, above all, kindness and gentleness and understanding and respect, and without judgment most of all. Pick ourselves up and ease off the pain. It's a narrow bridge we must not add to the hurt.
Mm.
Be easy on ourselves for not knowing, for not having known, for having done this or not done that. What we carry from the past, heavy, sacred, hard-hearted. We have to treat each other with kindness and with mercy. Because it's right, and we need to heal, and we will only heal with mercy. That's
Amen.
peace.
Amen. Amen. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's really powerful. That's a good one. Mercy. So this balance between, Din and Rachamim, this balance between our obligation and what it means to leave space for godliness. I think that's what it means to walk humbly with God. We're walking, but it's humbly.
Rafa Siri Nema Tarufe Uma Tatsiri Nema Tarufe Shul Khalashi Tain Nafshi Tain Koach Lenafshi Shul Khalashi Tain Koach Lenafshi Tatsiri Rafatsiri, heal my hurts. Yata Rofe Uma, you are an artful healer. And give a little strength to my soul.
Give a little strength to my soul. Beautiful. Thank you.
Master of all the worlds, infuse me with the sweet savor of the beautiful and the true. The dark and the light, the good and the next to good. I am broken, I am broken. Everywhere God dwells is whole. All my teachers, inspirations, and influences sit with me at every one of our teachings. They are the 5-petaled rose, the 5-petaled rose, the 5-petaled rose, the 5-petaled rose. I lift up the cup of blessing and call upon the name of God, the cup of blessing. Call upon the name of God. 5-petaled rose, a 5-petaled rose, 5-petaled rose. Well, I like that we prayed for healing, and then we left with a invocation of powers. an invocation of powers, to call in all of our resources. It's also what we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're calling in our resources, which is interior, depth language.
Yeah.
The language of depth.
True. The next teaching
Go ahead.
in our
Yeah.
book, it just says, after we've remembered, recognize that we know everything we need to know. We just have to remember it. The next is to understand that we have both this Yetzer Hara and this Yetzer Tov.
There you go.
Right. We have these inclinations, and they are who we are. We have to learn how to manage them and be humbled by them, understand them. And then we come into this notion of watchfulness.
Watchfulness.
Right. This notion of really paying attention and being aware. Right. And then in the first chapter, though, the second chapter where he's describing this, he says, in this path of watchfulness, you have to know what constitutes true good, and that's what you go after. And you also have to know what is unquestionably evil, what is bad, and how to avoid that.
Yeah, how to distinguish between
the good and the evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think maybe
and the truth and the untruth.
Truth and the untruth and the good and the evil, and they're all bound up together, and to pursue a path.
There are forces about that will try to convince you that the untruth is true.
True.
And that the true is untrue.
But in everything we do, and maybe this is a good intention for this day, is just be led by truth, be led by what you know to be good.
Yeah.
Be led by that today.
Udu.
Gratitude.
Zichru.
Remember
what you know.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Say hi to Diane.
Hi, Diane. We love you.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
What's
today? Thursday?
Today's Thursday, so we got one more day this week. And look forward to seeing everyone.
We appreciate you, little babies.
We do.
Make it the day. Make it a day.
Make it a day. A day to pursue good and truth.
Amen.